Evie Pig is now officially the third Peppa Pig sibling who just took birth. But what if she isn't actually the third? What if there was another piggy before her, one who never made it into the Peppa world? We've found the clues, and they're chilling. 1. There's something living in the attic. In one episode, the lights in Peppa's house suddenly go out. There's no storm, no broken fuse, and no explanation from anyone. The moment is quiet, quick, and never mentioned again. But the attic in their home tells a different story. It's always shown as dusty, silent, and completely ignored, even though children usually love to explore. If the pig family once had a middle child, this attic could have been where that memory was hidden. Or worse, where he was kept. It feels almost exactly like Caveat, where a man is trapped in a creepy house and something is always lurking just above him. If the lost piglet never truly left, maybe cutting the lights was his way of asking to be noticed. Just like in Caveat, silence can mean something is watching. 2. The forgotten name was always on the screen. In one episode, Peppa and George play a chicken game on the family computer. As the scoreboard appears, every name makes sense. Pep for Peppa, GEO for George, MMP for Mummy Pig, and even Susie for Susie Sheep. But at the very bottom of the list, there's one strange name. OP. Nobody explains it, and no one reacts. That might seem like nothing, but it stands out for one reason. It doesn't belong. Fans believe it stands for Oscar Pig, a hidden sibling who never made it into the show. His score is the lowest, like he's already been erased. Maybe he wasn't just left off the game. Maybe he was left out of the entire family on purpose. 3. Daddy Pig's childhood wasn't so family-friendly. There's an old black and white photo that shows Daddy Pig standing beside a girl no one ever talks about. She's not Mummy Pig, and she's never shown in any flashbacks. Some fans believe she was his sister, and that something terrible happened between them. According to one theory, Daddy Pig may have hurt her as a child, and his parents took the blame to protect him. Since then, his parents have never appeared in the show, not even once. Their total absence feels strange, especially in a series where family members constantly visit. If the theory is true, they might have gone to prison. Or worse, they might have come back for revenge by taking Oscar, the lost sibling, and raising him as their own. 4. George's dinosaur might not be just a toy. George has loved Mr. Dinosaur since the beginning of the show. He takes it everywhere, during meals, at bath time, even to bed. Newer dinosaur toys come and go, but he always returns to the old green one. That kind of attachment isn't normal for most kids, especially when they're surrounded by fresh, exciting toys. Some fans believe there's a reason. According to one theory, Mr. Dinosaur is more than just a stuffed animal. It may be the only object left behind by Oscar, the pig family's lost child. George's obsession could be a result of a strange connection. If Oscar really existed, maybe he never left, and maybe he's still communicating through the one toy nobody dares to throw away. 5. George gets more, because someone else got nothing. George's birthday was held inside a full museum, complete with a massive robotic dinosaur. When Peppa had her party, it was just at home with some cake and balloons. This difference feels too big to ignore. George also receives fancy toys. One even walks and roars, while Peppa mostly gets simple ones. Many fans believe this isn't just favoritism. It could be something deeper. If the pig family once lost a child, spoiling George might be their way of coping. He could remind them of the baby they couldn't protect. Over-the-top gifts and extra attention might not be for George at all. It might be for the child they're trying not to grieve, while pretending everything is normal. 6. The animal kingdom isn't as friendly as it pretends. Peppa's world may look cheerful, but some characters reveal instincts that feel a little too real. Mr. Lion once growled in a way that made everyone uncomfortable. Madame Gazelle froze like she had seen it before. Wendy Wolf's parents constantly bring up the idea of straw houses, just like in the classic tale where pigs get eaten. Even Grandma Wolf has joked that her sharp teeth are for devouring. Most adults laugh it off, but the message slips through. These are animals with ancient instincts. If there really was a missing piglet, it's not impossible to imagine that he didn't just disappear. Maybe Oscar didn't run away or get sick. Maybe something with sharp teeth got to him first. 7. Oscar's illness still haunts the family. In one episode, George catches a cold. While Peppa treats it like no big deal, their parents panic and immediately call Dr. Brown Bear. Their reaction seems over the top, especially for a simple sniffle. This strange level of fear might have a deeper cause. Some fans believe the family once lost a child, possibly Oscar, to a serious illness like swine fever. If that really happened, every cough or sneeze from George would feel like a nightmare returning. He might look just like the one they lost, which only makes their fear stronger. What seems like concerned parenting could actually be unresolved trauma. They're not just scared of George getting sick. They're terrified of history repeating itself. 8. Peppa's twin may still be watching. In one official poster, the pig family stands outside smiling, but something feels off. Behind the window, a small piglet is staring out from inside the house. She's not named, not explained, and never appears in the show. Fans quickly noticed the extra pig and started digging. The most popular theory is that she was Peppa's twin sister, a baby who didn't survive childbirth. That would explain why the character has no lines, no backstory, and no mention across any episode. If she really existed, her short life may have been erased from memory except in this one haunting image. And if that isn't a ghost in the window, then why does it feel like she's still waiting to be let outside? 9. The timeline leaves room for one more. Most people assume that George is the second child, but the math says otherwise. There's a 2-year gap between him and Peppa, which sounds small for humans, but not for pigs. In real life, pigs can get pregnant again just weeks after giving birth, and their pregnancies last only 4 months. That means Mummy Pig had more than enough time to have another baby between Peppa and George. If a middle child did exist, his birth wouldn't break any timeline in the show. It fits almost too perfectly. The only thing missing is a name, and possibly a funeral. Maybe Oscar was born in that quiet space between episodes, only to disappear before anyone could meet him. 10. The garden was never meant to grow. In one older episode, Daddy Pig explains that flowers won't grow in the yard because the soil is bad. It sounds like a silly gardening problem, but it might mean something much deeper. Mummy Pig is often seen wearing floral patterns, which could link her directly to the idea of growth and fertility. The broken flower pot Grandpa Pig tries to place on a high shelf might not be just clumsy humor. It could be a quiet reference to a pregnancy that didn't last. Meanwhile, Aunt Dottie wears a polka dot dress, separating her visually and symbolically from Mummy Pig's theme of flowers. In a show full of small jokes, this moment might be one of the few that says something sad without ever using words. 11. Khloe might be the sister they gave away. Khloe is introduced as Peppa's cousin, but something about her story has never fully added up. She's nearly 10 years older, which makes her feel more like a forgotten sibling than a typical cousin. According to one theory, Khloe may have actually been the Pig family's first child. If Mummy and Daddy Pig weren't ready to raise a baby, or if Khloe was born with a health issue, they may have asked Uncle Pig to take her in. That would explain why she appears so rarely, and why her bond with Peppa seems distant. Rewriting her as a cousin could have been the family's way of keeping a secret hidden in plain sight, or at least off the official family tree. 12. Peppa replaces a baby without realizing it. In one episode, Peppa pretends to be pregnant by stuffing a pillow under her dress. During playtime, she drops the pillow on the floor, then casually swaps it out for baby Alexander when he arrives. At first, it seems like innocent fun, but the scene feels oddly quiet and uncomfortable. Both Peppa and George look confused for a moment, and Mummy Pig's face shows something that isn't just amusement. Some viewers believe this moment wasn't just pretend. It could be a hidden reference to a past miscarriage or the emotional weight of losing a baby and having another soon after. Whether the writers meant it or not, Peppa's baby swap looks a little too close to something the family might still be grieving. 13. The Pig family might be the last of their kind. Across the entire Peppa Pig universe, there are almost no other pigs. While rabbits, sheep, and elephants appear in large families, Peppa's kind seems strangely rare. This has led to a theory that pigs are actually an endangered species in their world. Mummy pigs' pregnancies are spaced out, difficult, and treated like major events. Even Auntie Pig only has 2 children. Some fans believe the whole show is quietly about survival, about one last pig family being watched closely as they try to grow. It's dark, but oddly poetic. Peppa might not just be the star of a cartoon. She could be the future of her species, whether she knows it or not. So was Oscar real? A ghost? A victim of predators? Or simply a tragic past the pig family buried? Maybe we'll never know. But one thing's for sure. The Peppa Pig universe has more secrets than we ever imagined. If this theory made you question your entire childhood, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Drop a hashtag #OscarLives in the comments if you think the lost sibling is still out there. We've got more cartoon secrets coming, so stay curious and stay weird.